Students, in this video, that is in part 3, we will discuss 26 more very short questions having one line answer or one sentence answer in each case from the chapter that is goods, wealth, value and price and human wants. So right now we will start our discussion from question number 53 to question number 78. So let us start. Question number 53, you see, what is meant by intermediate goods? Answer is, what is meant by intermediate goods, or what do you mean by intermediate goods? Answer is, those goods which are used in the production of other goods are called intermediate goods, right? So those goods which are used for further production, or you can say for the production of other goods, are called intermediate goods. Then question number 54, what are final goods? Answer is, those goods which are used by the ultimate consumers are known as final goods. So final goods are those goods which are not used for further production. They are used by the ultimate consumers. Remember it. They are used for the final time. Okay. Then question number 55. In case of which good, principle of exclusion is applied? Principle of exclusion. In case of which case it is, which good it is applied? Answer is, in case of private goods, principle of exclusion is applied, right? What is principle of exclusion? It means others are excluded from the consumption of a particular good except the owner of the good. Okay, it means who owns the good, who is the owner of the commodity or good, he or she can only consume that good, and others are excluded from the consumption of that good. Then question number 56, what is wealth? Answer is, wealth is a stock of all those goods which have utility, scarcity, marketability and are external to human being. It means those goods which possess 4 characteristics of wealth, their utility, scarcity, marketability and externality, they are regarded as wealth. And remember, mainly the economic goods which can satisfy human wants are known as wealth, right? Then go to question number 57. Does wealth include free goods? Does wealth include free goods? Answer is no, only economic goods are included in wealth because they have an exchange value, right? Now question number 58, what are the characteristics of wealth? What are the characteristics of wealth? Just we have discussed. Answer is, utility, scarcity, transferability or marketability and externality are the 4 characteristics of wealth, right? Then question number 59, is money wealth? Is money wealth? Answer is no, money is not wealth because it has no use value or utility. Money has no use value, it has only exchange value, though money possesses all other 3 characteristics, that is scarcity, marketability and externality, but it has also exchange value. It has only exchange value but no use value. That's why it does not possess utility, and for that money is not regarded as wealth, right? Question number 60, health is wealth. Is it true in economics? In ordinary sense, we say that health is wealth. Ordinarily, we people say that health is wealth. But is it true in economics? No, health is not wealth. It is because it is not external to human being and do not possess any exchange value. Okay, question number 61, goodwill of a business, trademarks, etc. are wealth. Do you agree? Goodwill of a business and trademarks, are they wealth? Answer is yes, because they have an exchange value, right? You can exchange the goodwill of a business, trademark, etc. and you can get money for that. Question number 62, what is individual wealth? Answer is, individual wealth includes material and non-material possessions of an individual which are external to him, right? Remember it, It includes, individual wealth includes all the material and non-material goods which are belonging to an individual, right, and are external to him. Then question number 63, what is meant by social wealth? Answer is, those things which are owned by the society as a whole, like public park, public library, etc., are known as social wealth. So what is social wealth? Those things which are owned by the society as a whole, and examples are public park, public library, etc. Right? Then go to question number 64. What is national wealth? The stock of wealth possessed by the nation as a whole is called national wealth. Stock of wealth possessed by the nation as a whole is called national wealth. It includes all the individual wealth, social wealth, public enterprises, and gifts of nature which earn an income. Right? So four things are included under national wealth. Number one is individual wealth. All the individual wealths are included. All the social wealths are included. All the public enterprises are also included, and the gifts of nature which gives rise to an income, they are included under national wealth. Then go to question number 65. What is cosmopolitan wealth? What is cosmopolitan wealth? Cosmopolitan wealth means international wealth, we know. What is cosmopolitan wealth? Cosmopolitan wealth is the sum total of wealth of all the nations of the world. Right? It is sum total of wealth of all the nations of the world. Right? The wealth, those wealth on which there is the ownership of the international, some of the countries, they own them, then that is known as cosmopolitan wealth. Right? Question number 66. What is meant by value in economics? Answer is, in economics, value means value in exchange. Exchange value, which refers to the purchasing power of a commodity. What is exchange value? It means the purchasing power of a commodity. So value in economics means, it does not mean huge value only. It refers to value in exchange. If any good has no exchange value, then it has no value in economics. Right? Question number 67. What is price? Answer is, when value of a good is expressed in terms of money, it is called price. When we express the value of a good in terms of money, we say that the value of this good is 50 rupees. Then we can say that the price of this good is 50 rupees. Right? So it is called price. When the value of a good is expressed in terms of money, it is called price. Then question number 68. What is saving? Saving is the income not spent on goods and services for current consumption. It is the income not spent on goods and services for current consumption. Generally, saving means income minus expenditure. Right? Saving means income minus expenditure. Expenditure means it is for current consumption. Right? Then question number 69. What is investment? Answer is, investment means expenditure for the production of real capital goods. Investment means it is expenditure for the production of real capital goods. Right? What are capital goods? Capital goods are those goods which increases the production capacity of a country. Right? Which increases the income level in a country. Right? So if we spend money for them, then that is known as investment. Right? So expenditure for the production of real capital goods is known as investment. Question number 70. What do you mean by want? Answer is, want means desire to possess a thing. Desire to possess a thing is known as want. When we desire a thing, then it is known as want in economics. Then question number 71. Are human wants limited? No, human wants are not limited. Or we can say human wants are unlimited. Right? Then question number 72. Human wants are classified into how many parts and what are they? Into how many parts human wants are classified and what are they? Answer is, human wants are classified into 3 parts, and they are: number 1 is necessaries, number 2 comforts, and number 3 luxuries. Right, necessaries, comforts and luxuries. They are the 3 classifications of human wants. Then question number 73, what do you mean by necessaries? Answer is, necessaries are those goods without which man cannot live in the society. We cannot live in the society without necessaries. So necessaries refers to those goods without which man cannot live in the society. Question number 74, what is meant by necessaries for life? We know that necessaries means those goods without which we cannot live, right? And these necessaries are again classified into 3 parts. They are necessaries for life, necessaries for efficiency and conventional necessaries. Now the question is, what is meant by necessaries for life? Answer is, necessaries for life refers to those which make life possible. Necessaries for life refers to those which make life possible. Minimum amount of food, cloth and shelter are the minimum necessaries of life, right? So a bare necessary, what are the bare necessaries? They are the food, minimum amount of food which is required to live, have your life. They are minimum amount of food, cloth and shelter. They are the minimum necessaries of life. Then come to question number 75. What do you mean by necessaries for efficiency? Answer is, the commodities and services which increase the efficiency of workers are known as necessaries for efficiency. So necessaries for efficiency refers to those goods which increases our efficiency to work, which increases the efficiency of workers. Our productive power can be increased with those goods, right? Question number 76, what is conventional necessary? Answer is, those things desired due to social customs and habits are known as conventional necessaries. Either due to social custom or due to habit. If we want some goods, they are known as conventional necessaries and we are bound to possess them, we are bound to have them, we are bound to consume them. They are known as conventional necessaries. Right. Question number 77, what is meant by comforts? Answer is, those things which make life easy and pleasant are known as comforts. Those things which make life easy and pleasant are known as comforts. Then question number, the last question of this video or this part is question number 78, and the question is, what do you mean by luxuries? Answer is, luxuries refer to goods and services which are superfluous and wasteful consumption. Those goods which are neither necessary for life, which are neither necessaries nor comfortable items, just we want them to show our sense of vanity, to show our sense of egoism, to increase our social respect. They are known as luxuries. So they are not at all required for human being. Their consumption is wasteful consumption, right? So luxuries refers to those goods and services which are superfluous and of wasteful consumption. So with this, we have completed the questions, very short questions and answers relating to the chapter on definition, scope, subject matter and basic concepts of economics. In our next video, we will go to another chapter, right? Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you all.